Hey YouTube, it's Mrlubufu. It's a lazy Sunday. I kinda wanted to film a video, and the only thing I could do was sending out trade confirmations, or rather, how I pack them. Since I have had many experiences with things going wrong that these things tend to get stuck in the mail. I've more than once had letters come in with it where it's been torn. Luckily, they didn't fall out, but yeah. So there's certain things I do to make sure that doesn't happen. The first thing I do is actually, I am a 20-year-old man, and what did I do? Built a card stand with Legos. So these are my outgoing trades, and I believe I need to take that one out, and that one out. You tell, I put the actual trade in a top loader, and then I tape the top shut. I actually recycle top loaders that I get from other YouTubers, because why not? Extras I always put in a separate card sleeve, but then I also tape it shut, just to make sure they don't slide out, because I've had that one happen before. You tell, same thing on this tray, I need to tape this one shut, and this one, I need to tape shut as well. Okay, so what I do is I've got this piece of cardboard right here, got tons of this stuff. It's kind of thin, and what I do is I go and I cut it to size of the envelope, so that way it can slide in and out, and so you can bend the envelope and the envelope doesn't bulge. That's just the paper bending, and I put the addresses, all that ahead of time. I'm not letting the camera focus, that way you can't see who this tray is going out to. And for some of them, I actually just put the name on the back, just so I know I can separate these two. So they only have two this time, it doesn't really matter. And I had their PMs with their addresses. Also, if you notice over here, that Burno Time is going to Scooter 8968. This one is going out with Roxy again, the same person I just made a trade with, except his friend, needed it. I say her. His friend wanted these cards, and I said, okay, well, I'll send, so you know I'm safe, and then we can simul-send. And these packs back here are for the YouTube Community Cup that I need to start sending those out, because it's almost done. It's almost done, yay! It's been so much stress. You have no idea. Anyway, so what I do next is I put the camera down, because I put the cardboard in a little tight. And so what I do is I take the actual trade and I tape it down horizontally. The reason I do all this is so that the way these letters get sent in the mail is that they go through a machine and that it cycles through, and so if it's too uneven, so if you try and stack both on one side and you don't make it uniform across the entire piece of cardboard, it'll actually get stuck in the machine, and that's how the envelopes tear. So what I do is I put these nice and flat across it, and the thing with top loaders, you can only fit so much, so this change in thickness is nowhere near high enough to get it stuck or torn in the machine. And I'm doing this all one-handed, so that way. Anyway, so what I do is I take pieces of tape and I tape the four sides of the top loader down onto the cardboard, so that way that's nice and solid. Then flip it over, and I take the extras. The extras, I always put my sign land in the front, so that way I can film stuff like this if I wanted to, and then I put all the extras behind. And I do the same thing on this. I try and tape it down nice and tight, because you want to minimize the change in thickness that happens throughout. For example, if you just send a huge stack of cards and you try and send it through an envelope, it will tear, and you'll see a few trade confirmations where it's been like, oh, yeah, envelope's torn, and then you get a we're sorry from the post office, and they hope they didn't lose anything, but most of the time they don't, which is good. Okay, and then this last one's at the top. Okay, so once I have this nice and set up, I slip it back in the envelope, which I'm not going to do, and then I put stamps on it. I always put 2 of these forever stamps. I found most of the time, unless I'm sending a freaking ton of extras, which I have done before, to people who I really, really like or really deserve it, or who sent me really nice stuff because they sent first. I always found that the cost of this is approximately like 67 to 82 cents. And I don't want to have to spend even more on going to the post office, which here it's pretty far away. Over the course of the school year, I actually do go to the post office because it's closer. But so I found the 2 forever stamps pretty much does the trick most of the time. But the thing is, if you're sending a ton of extras, put a third one just to be on the safe side. Because I've also had trade confirmations in which I've had to pay money in order to pick up my envelope because the stamps weren't enough. Anyway, so that's this one, and I'm just going to do the same over here. But yeah, and so then I slip in the envelope and I take it to the mailbox. So, lazy Sunday, how I pack my videos. I try and make it nice and safe, nice and solid. Probably smack this against my face, but I don't want to damage any cards. That's important. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Check out my trade binder, see if there's anything you want in it. I'm kind of desperately trying to finish my EDH deck before the school year starts. And I'm going to be gone the first week of August, so I want to get all the trades done that I can before I'm over there. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and, yeah. And being the not easily distracted and forgetful person I am, I forgot the most important part of the video. What I do after the envelope is sealed with the stamps. I put tape around it. Specifically, I put it in certain joints where cards, if they somehow shuffle around, they tend to damage certain parts of the envelope, so I reinforce it, just with normal tape. So I put it along this diagonal, and I let it overlap a little bit so I can fold it across. So you see how it covers up, how it doesn't show up. That's to make sure that you get those seals that are normally licked shut, that those ones don't break, because I found that they tend to enjoy not staying all the way shut. So I just put an extra piece of tape, take it, fold it once, fold it twice. I'm starting to get a knack of this one-handed stuff. I should do something cool every time I open a trade video. Yeah, leave cool things I should do while I open trade binder updates. Or not trade binder updates, trade confirmations. Do that. I would like to make my channel even more interesting. Anyway, I take one piece of tape horizontally across the tip of the seal, or the tip of the top part. And then I do the same thing for the other diagonals of this envelope. I always use these nice small envelopes just because they seem to fit cards better. With large ones, you have the problem where you actually have to tape down the cards to the envelope just to make sure they don't slide around. Because if they slide, that's another way how it damages the envelope and risks the cards getting lost or just trouble altogether. And no one wants that if you want to be a safe trader. I don't think I've had anyone call me an unsafe trader yet, so hopefully I can keep that up. Anyway, so once I put the 4 corners and those, I actually put 2 more pieces. I put them along the sides of the envelope. And I put it so half overlaps. You push down one end, flip it over. Make sure the other end's nice and tight. If it sticks out at all, I actually take scissors and trim it. What you want to do is you want to reinforce these sides, because in case something jiggles in there, the damage that'll be done that way will be against that side of the envelope. Which again, no one wants to have to deal with any troubles during a YouTube trade confirmation. Let's just get this nice and down, and there we go. Now we have a completely sealed envelope with tape everywhere. And now it's safe to go into the mail. Okay, now, for real, thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and peace.